you can access it. Exactly, so it's recording. So as much as you can, ensure you have good internet connection. This one depends on the class, but if we shared materials in advance, ensure you have them accessible. So if we shared like PDFs or handouts or whatever, maybe not printed handouts yet, since at least for now it's virtual, just ensure you bring them to class, because we will then be using them to run the day, and you will see an example as I go ahead. Finally, I want this to be a very open space. So if I share my experiences or anyone on the group shares something about them, if that thing is kind of personal or confidential or something they don't want to share with everyone, you can tell people about TSS, happy to, but just keep people's details and personal things personal to them. I don't know if that makes sense. So for example, if I share, let's say, career experience of mine that wasn't necessarily the best, I'm sharing it with you out of confidentiality and because I trust you. So ensure you use that information the best way you can. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So this was just making sure everybody is grounded. Let's move on to what's the vision behind TSS and like what's the ultimate goal at the end of the day? Because I think this is very important, especially given like it's our first session together. What's TSS? TSS is Total Success Summit. This is not on the slide, but I'll give you a quick, I would say, run through of how everything is started. So in SS2, I went to Dallas College, by the way. So in SS2, we used to go for this pre-leadership summit. So you become a prefect in SS3, but in SS2, they take you for this like academic summit where you learn how to be a good leader, you learn how to pass your exams and, you know, all things like that. So I went for this summit when I was in SS2, 2014 to be specific. And it was just an amazing get together of like most secondary schools around Lagos and Ogun State came together, bringing their SS3 students to learn about leadership, learn about how to write WAEC well, how to pass well. They had like these games. It was just an amazing place to bring students together that at that point, I thought to myself, like in future, I would like to have something like this in future, right? Maybe not necessarily how to pass WAEC or how to pass Jambo, a platform where you can bring students together and everyone is learning from each other. Everyone can connect with each other and everyone can just be better off, right? So this was like 10 years ago and it was just, I want to do this thing. Bring back to last year, February to be specific. I'll just say like lines upon line, precept upon precept. I slept, I dreamt, I woke up, and I just had like, oh, like this dream that you wanted to do when you were 14. Like now, have you done anything about it? And I was just like, okay, so what can I share? Or how exactly can I impact people with my experiences so far? And I realized that post-school, there were things I actually wanted to learn that there was just no platform at which to teach people about, whether it was about career, whether it was about finances, especially, whether it was about how to write a job, how to get a job, you know, how to prepare for interviews. There were just things I wanted to learn that there was no platform I was aware of to teach me these skills. And so TSS is basically there to bridge that gap of you guys, or most of you, either you just graduated from school, either you're doing your NYC or you're in your final year. And trust me when I say the career sphere or the career space is very different, especially if you went to a private university, by the way, it's like very different from what you are used to. And I believe that me just coming here to tell you, like, I think this is like, these are the things that worked for me. These are the things I didn't do well that either cost me money, cost me promotions, cost me whatever it is. Like just me sharing these things hopefully can at least make you aware of them so you don't make these mistakes going forward. That's like, in summary, the vision behind TSS. But if I was to put it in words, it's really to equip students like you with essential life skills beyond what you're taught in school. So some of you are being taught systems engineering, for example. David is, studying mechanical engineering. I think Naomi is studying mass communications. Like, you guys are studying different things, but you get to places where no one really cares about what you studied. Like they care about your business KPIs, what exactly you are bringing to the table there. And so it's preparing you for the difference you would encounter when you eventually start working. That is TSS. And what's my ultimate success goal? So I think as a consultant, I'm very logical. And for me, it's I want to be able to say at the end of March that Naomi, Ayomide Lawal, whatever goal you have set for yourself at the beginning of this summit, you have met it. Like that is success for me. And so one thing I want you to start thinking of, which is why I asked you to bring your journals, is I want you to set tangible goals. I don't want to hear, I want to be a better person. What does better person look like? If your goal is, at the end of 3 months, I want to have a solid CV, cover letter, and I want to have prepped for 5 interviews, then let us know. Like, let it be very tangible that we can go back and, measure success with. I don't know if that makes sense. If your goal is, I want to have saved 1 million naira, whatever your goal is, right? Hopefully something we can, I can work together and your accountability partner can work together to help you achieve. But I want it to be very specific, right? And that for me is what we'll use to measure success at the end of 3 months. To say, at the end of 3 months, I want to have, give me a minute. Can you guys still hear me, see my screen?
Yes, but we can't see your screen.
Oh, okay. I think you stopped sharing closer to the.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, are you telling me that while I was teaching the word of God, you were doing it?
Can you guys see my screen now?
Also, while you were preaching, before service started, when you were saying the things you normally say,
And someone is not
that's when I was
on mute.
reading my Bible.
That's a Jamaican.
Okay.
Like before service starts, you used to, I don't know what to call it, that you just talk about.
Let us mute that. All right then. Cool. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Is it on full screen mode?
Yes.
Okay. Just give me a minute, actually. I want to make sure my laptop is charging, so give me a minute. Okay. I think everything is all well and good now. All right, I will wrap up because I'm actually spending. Cool. All right. Cool. So that was it actually. For me, I think as I'm speaking is you can start thinking of what exactly are my tangible goals for TSS. And I want you to be very specific because as time goes on, you're going to have one-on-one sessions with me. So just me and you. And I'm going to be asking you like, what are the tangible goals you set for yourself? Because if I don't know, then it's hard for me to be accountable, right? It's hard for me to even help you achieve these goals. So just one assignment for me to you, tangible goals I want to achieve by the end of TSS. By the end of March, we want to have ticked these boxes that, we achieved ABC. Cool. Right, let's move on. All right, so I want us to go into like reflection and things, but I'm very mindful of time. But I've started asking these questions already. So maybe I'll give you guys 1 minute and think of it. What does success look like for me after completing TSS Cohort 2? By the end of March, so this program runs from January the 12th to I think March 25th. That's the last Sunday in March. What exactly do I want to achieve? Tangible goals, guys. I don't want to see, I want to learn consulting. What is learning consulting? Tangible goals. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It could even be just one. My tangible goal is I want to see all of these tangible goals come to pass. That is my tangible goal. And I can mark myself to say, Naomi's 2 goals, did it come to pass or not? At least to the best of our ability. Did we achieve 95% of it? Or Ayomide, Oluide, did we achieve the goal? Esther, did we achieve the goal? Osajimere, did we achieve the goal? Like that is my goal. So I would come back by 3:23, but I want you to take 1 minute to write out your tangible goals for TSS Cohort 2. It's fine if you don't know. Take 1 minute to think about it. You can come back to it at the end of the program, but What are your tangible goals for TSS Cohort 2? The time starts now. Also be realistic. It's 3 months. If you say I want to save up 10 billion, I mean, I can put you in prayers, but exactly. So be realistic with your goals, but think of, I have January to March. What do I want to achieve? If your goal is to get a job, let's say upon graduation, and you know you're graduating, let's say July, August, you can set an intermediate goal. Okay, so by July or by March, I want to have my CV ready. Example, I want to have applied to 2 jobs, right? It does not have to be the end goal for you. It could be an intermediate goal, something you're sure you can achieve in 3 months. If your goal is to save up to 1 million, it could be by March, I want to ensure that I have savings, I have investment of, let's say, 200,000. Like, be very specific so we can work towards it together. And it is 3:23. Do you guys need 1 more minute or should we continue? 1 more minute. Okay, I'll give you 1 more minute. I hope those on videos are actually writing. It's hard for me to tell if you're doing this or not. So if you can, first of all, put on your videos. If you can't, well, ensure you're following. You have like 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I'm very mindful of time. So if you've not written it, fine, but that's like assignment number 1 for you. What are my tangible goals from TSS? Okay, so let's look at the structure of TSS. What exactly should you be expecting from this program? Number 1 is we have our weekly sessions like we're doing every Sunday, 3 to 5 p.m., except if stated otherwise. So the plan is at some point have like external facilitators join us. So if, let's say, 3 to 5 p.m. does not work for them, we might need to adjust. It's going to be on Sundays for sure, but we might need to adjust to 4 p.m., 2 p.m. Let's see what works for them. But we will communicate this well in advance. So it's not going to just meet you a week before. Ideally, you should know minimum of 2 weeks before so you can plan yourself well. But if we not inform you that time is going to change, then plan for 3 to 5 p.m. every Sunday. Then from the accountability program or accountability partner manual, because it's not really long like that, but 3 months is kind of a long period of time. And we meet once a week. What I've seen work for me is it's very nice to have someone that either like I can hold accountable to say, Guy, have you done your assignment, for example? A typical example could be at the end of this program, you reach out to say, with your accountability partner, I would like to share my tangible goals with you. Let's work together to achieve it. You know, it could even be something both of you are working together to achieve, and it's very easy to achieve it when someone else is there to keep you accountable. So I would prefer a weekly discussion with your accountability partner, but if you can meet every day. If you can talk twice a week. If you can, you know, whatever works for you. And then I mentioned that I would actually like to know all of you on a one-on-one basis. So every month, let's see if I can have feedback sessions with 12 of you. So each we could plan for during the week or on Saturdays or Sundays, whichever works for us. If we can make it monthly because of my schedule or because of your schedule, then we can plan for 2 in 3 months. So it's for 3 months. Let's plan for a minimum of 2 sessions. So that's another responsibility I am handing over to you. Number 1 is your tangible goals. Number 2 is you need to actually, I would do this. I would send out a calendar for you to block time that works for you. So just note it down of things you need to do post the session. Ideally, I would like it to be monthly, but let's see how we can make it work. But minimum of 2 times we meet. So we can meet at the beginning for me to know what your goals are, and then at the end to check up if you did achieve that goal or not. And then because we're a group and I would actually like us to interact with each other, That was something the first cohort did not do, and it was a good feedback for me. I would like us to know each other. So at the end of every month, so the last Sunday in January, the last Sunday in February, the last Sunday in March, we're actually going to be having group activities where everybody here gets to connect with each other, right? We'll tell you more about that in coming weeks, but just know that these are the 4 things you're required to do in TSS. So the weekly sessions, bi-weekly or every day or whatever works for you with your accountability partner, monthly feedback sessions with me, and then we come together as a group to do something amazing. Those 4 things. Cool. I wanted us to do introductions, but we have 30 minutes. So let's keep this to the end of the program. Let's see if we can do this by 4 p.m. we still have time, we come back to introductions. Or I'm thinking of what do you guys think? Introductions now or end of program? What do you guys think?
I think we
Ose,
should do it at the end.
come out. You think we should do at the end? Ayomide, Ose, what do you guys think? End or now?
I really don't mind the end though. I mean, we have more time then after you finish everything you wanted to do.
Okay. So let's do this at the end then. I have some ground rules though that I would like us to keep in mind. And I apologize if this is coming a bit, this lady is so serious. I want to make sure that everybody's on the same page at the beginning, so we all know what we are aiming towards, right? And it's nothing too deep. It's actually me just making sure everyone's on the same page. Number 1 is program expectations. So being present here. I think the only way you can make the most of my time and your time is by actually giving this the attention it deserves. Now, I have seen people that gave this good attention, and I've seen the impact it had on them in terms of what they were able to achieve at the end of the day, if they were able to meet their goals or not, how involved or how close we even are till today, right? There are people from Cohort 1 that were actually quite close to today. And there's some other people that they were not as engaged, and you could just tell the difference, right? So, I mean, it's good value for my time because there are other things I could do on Sunday afternoon, but I think it's worth the investment. So if I think your future and your life is worth the investment of my time, I think you owe it to yourself to invest in yourself as well. So I won't come here to be saying, oh, punish you. Like, you guys are not secondary school, primary school students that will be doing that too. Like, you guys are almost graduates, or for those of you that have not even graduated, right? So I think it's you taking responsibility to say, if I only have 1 or 2 hours to commit to this every Sunday, then I owe it to myself to actually commit that time, right? Number 2 is, like I said, as we will be engaging in activities, we'll have assignments, and these are fun things, guys. I know how boring school can be. I have been there, I've done that. So anything I ask you to do, either I have done it before or I'm actually doing it with you, and it's actually very fun. So open yourself up to engaging with all these activities, and it's going to pay you. Me, I know what I'm saying. All right. Third thing is meeting conduct. So if someone is speaking, be on mute if you're not speaking. If someone is speaking, don't talk over the person. It's just corporate etiquette, right? And all these things you would need when you start working, if you're not already working, right? It's just simple respect for others and respecting other people's opinion, even if you don't necessarily agree with it. If you see someone speaking, for example, don't unmute and start talking. Wait for the person to be done. If someone gives an opinion that you don't necessarily agree with, you can now come in after to say, I understand where you're coming from, but I think of it in a different perspective. And it's a very simple thing. Nobody has to agree on everything, but just be respectful about every other person's opinions and time and contribution. Finally is, like I said, we're actually going to be having, every week you will have assessments, weekly assessments and activities. I've already given you 1 assessment. Number 1 is you need to write out your tangible goals and outcomes. I think you've already decided, like you guys applied, there was nobody, I can tell you for sure that there's nobody here that I just selected because I like the person. Like literally we had applications come in, we assessed it, via like a set of criteria, and all of you here put in the work to be here. Just know, no one just said, oh, I just want to be here and I picked the person. No. So if you already put in the work at the beginning to apply, to say why you wanted to join the program, what you want to learn out of it, then I think you owe it to yourself to just see this to the end. All right. I don't want to do much shalaye. I can share the slides at the end of the day for you guys to go through if there's something you need here, but I think the point is being communicated. So let's look at accountability program. I know we sent the manual, but I wanted us to just explain what we meant when I said, you have either once a week or twice a week or everyday sessions with your accountability partner. If you are here and you have not reached out to your accountability partner, I'm using my corner eye to look at you. But please, at the end of the program, reach out to the person. Just say hi on WhatsApp. Hi, my name is Isaac. My name is Ijoma. My name is Anwuli. Tell the person about yourself. It's a means to make friendship. Just know that as you are growing up, it's harder to keep friends. Like, let me go sidebar. So my friends from university, we've not seen each other since, like my tight friends from university, we've not seen each other since graduation. And I just realized that, is it the way I'm going? It's like during my wedding, I'm the only one that will be my bridesmaid. I'm the only one because nobody is close to me again. So what I did was this December, I traveled to Abuja to see my friends. I went out. I'm not a going out person, but just tell me that you want to see me, I will go and see you. Because adult friendship is something else. So if you have this opportunity to build friendships, I think you should maximize it. You never know if someone on this group will be your business partner. You don't know if I will be your investor in future. You don't know if I will need you to invest in my business. You don't know how life works. So just make the most of it. All right. So what's accountability program all about? I think there was meant to be a slide before that, but it's really an opportunity for you to, number one, get to know people in the program, especially one person. And I said that we're going to be having activities, we're going to be having weekly sessions where at the end of every session, you have things to do. Now, what happens is you say, oh, I'll do it on Tuesday, I'll do it on Wednesday, and then you remember Saturday night that you've actually not done it. But if you had someone that at least checked up on you on Wednesday to say, guy or girl, have you done this thing? At least it's somewhere in your head. Number two is you guys are at a similar point in life. Either you're looking to apply for jobs, or you're looking to get into NYSC, or you're looking to go for your master's. There's at least one person on this group that has something you're interested in getting or in gaining. Now, one thing you can do is you can use this opportunity to find someone that, you can prep together with. Both of you can, write your CV together. Both of you can prep for interviews together. Both of you can literally go on this journey to building the successful career you want together. Now, am I the best person you would have preferred as your accountability partner? Yes, even me, I would have preferred you to. But my dear, I am just one human being and you guys are 12. So you need to pair up with someone that has either done what you want to do or both of you are looking to do it together. Now, one thing I did within accountability partner is, I think except one person, most graduates are paired with graduates. So Ayo, for example, Ayomide Lawal, your accountability partner should be a graduate as well. I think so. I think Ayomide 2. I'll call you people Ayomide 1, Ayomide 2. Ayomide 2 should be a graduate as well. Ayomide 2 confirm. So Ayomide Oluyide, apologies if I mispronounced your surname.
Good evening. Yes, I am.
Exactly. So Ayo, both of you are graduates. And so if it's, okay, I want to maybe go for a master's, or if it's, I want to get a job, a good job in a multinational after my NYSC. If both of you have the same goals, you can share tips, share tricks, learn how to, do whatever you want to do together. It's very easy to go far if you have someone to keep the ginger. I think David and Kamal, both of you are in your final year, both of you are studying engineering. David is doing mechanical, Kamal is doing systems. There should be something that should link you together. That's what I'm saying. So if you don't make the most of it, I think you're going to be doing yourself. Now, if you find out that your accountability partner is not as engaged as, let's say, you're actually like reaching out, you're doing all these things, and the person is not responding, reach out to myself or Isaac, right? And Isaac should have introduced himself, but we'll do that during introductions. If you realize that you're actually like putting in the effort and the person is not as engaged as, the person is not even responding, reach out to myself or Isaac to repair you with some other person that is more interested. And please reach out within the first one, or like the first week or the second week. So just so we can like make changes as soon as possible and no one is just left to be on a roll. I think that is all for accountability program. Please, 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 and please refer back to the manual. Like, actually, we took our time to prepare that, just in case like I miss out on anything here. You can always go back to see the objectives, see what you guys are meant to do, how you guys are meant to communicate. And I am sure all the questions you have will be answered. Cool. So now we are wrapping up the first. So I broke down today's session into 2 hours. This is introduction to TSS, what it's all about. But I want us to do this in 3 minutes and then we'll come back for introduction. So closing our prompt. I have spoken for the last 35 or 38 minutes. I've just been talking. At some point I need to drink water. Now, imagine it's the 31st of December 2025. You guys have gone through this year. You did TSS Cohort 2 from January to March. You then went ahead to do something else great with your life. And it's the 31st of December, right? Reflect on how your year has gone for you. Now, these 5 things you will be grateful for in your career and finances. Let me explain. So you've set a goal for yourself. If I was to use myself as a personal example here, I think one goal I've set for myself in my career is I want to have a 1 in all my projects. So the way it works in consulting is at the end of every project, they grade you. Think of a 1 as a first class. Think of a 2 as a 2-1. Think of a 3 as a 2-2. Just, that's not what it means, but so you understand what I mean, right? I want to have a 1 in all my projects. In my finances, I want to start thinking of real estate and I want to start thinking of other things I can invest in. Those are the goals I've set for myself, right? And so for me, in this exercise is to think of, it's the 31st of December, 2025. I'm either preparing to go for crossover service or I'm preparing to spend time with my family to cross over into the new year. What are the things I would like to be grateful for by the end in my career, finances? If there are other areas of your life you're interested in, you can also mention. Well, in 3 minutes, actually, no, let's do 5 minutes. Or let's do 3 minutes so everyone has time to introduce themselves. I want you to think of it. I'll go off mute. Think of it. What are the things you want to be grateful for exactly? What are the things you want to think back to say, I had a good year. I had a very good year. I achieved this in my finances. I achieved this in my career. I achieved this in my spiritual life. I achieved this in my relationship. I achieved this in my business. What are the specific things? At least 5. Let's do 5. 5 things you want to be grateful for by the end of 2025. You have about 2 more minutes. Okay. I would have given us more time, but I want us to do introductions. I think, okay. So let's do introductions, final questions. Then we get into content for today. Cool. So if you've not figured it out, it's fine. I think at the end of this program, just soak it all in. At the end of this session, actually, sorry, soak it all in and complete as many assignments or assessments that you haven't completed. We have 16 minutes because by 4 o'clock, we need to start our first session for today. So we have 16 minutes. Today is a bit of a rush because we're trying to do 2 things, introductions and the first session, but we'll make it worthwhile. Now, Kamal, you're the first on my screen. No, actually, Ose is the first on my screen. So what happens is, when it's your turn, I'll call you. But please, if you can, put on your video. Biko, Ejo, was please in Hausa. Please put on your video. Let's see your beautiful face. So you're meant to say your name, your school, where you graduated or where you currently are, one fun fact about you, and then do you have any dream travel destination and why? My own is France. I want to go and watch PSG match in real life. That's my dream destination, and I've told you why. So, very, very, very straight to the point. We need to wrap up by 4 o'clock exactly. So, Ose, go ahead. You're on mute.
Hi everyone.
Hi,
My
Ose.
name is Oselole Ibafidon. I just recently graduated from Covenant University with a degree in biochemistry. One fun fact about me is that I like vlogging and baking. And my dream travel destination, I've never really thought about it before now, but one place I would love to visit is coincidentally France, like Fit already said. And it's because like I like I just like the view, like when I see it online, and I just want to visit the Eiffel Tower.
Well, thank you very much. I was saying that we'll go together to France. While you're touring the Eiffel Tower, I'm going to watch my match.
That
Come
would
out.
be nice.
Come out.
Hi,
Over to
everyone.
you.
Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
come out.
Good afternoon. I'm Kamal Adebayo. I'm an undergraduate at the University of Lagos studying systems engineering. And one fun fact about me is I actively play 9 sports, which is 8 times the average of the average that someone plays. An average person plays 1 to 2 sports over their life, and I play 9. Then my dream travel destination is probably London, just to watch Wimbledon, because I'm a tennis fan.
I love it. So I'm seeing like sports. Maybe we could do something sports related. Please, what are the 9 sports? Just mention 2.
Basketball, I play football as well.
Nice. Love it. Thank you, Kamal. David, you are next. David, can you hear me? You're on mute, by the way.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you as well.
All right. So my
Go
name
ahead.
is David Uluwaniyi, and I'm currently an undergraduate at Landmark University studying mechanical engineering. Can you hear me?
I can. Continue.
Yeah, because my network here isn't the best of all. One fun fact about me, let's see, I have a lot of fun facts, but one in
Let's go on.
particular is that I think if you really, really want to get my attention, yeah, the first thing you should probably bring up is something related to design. Anything related to design. I'm easily intrigued by stuff like that.
Love it. What's your travel
And my
destination?
dream travel destination. Sorry?
Your travel destination.
I think I want to go to Germany.
Why?
I heard and I believe that they have like the leading edge in technology. So I want to go and see how they work themselves.
Thank you very much, David. Naomi, you're next on my screen. Naomi, can you hear? Okay, yes.
Hi everyone. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Naomi, we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Adil Naomi, and I'm currently an undergraduate of Cohort University. One fun fact about me. Okay, I think I actually like I like I don't know how to put it, but videos or making videos like vlogs, but like I just find it hard to like put it out there. I don't know. It's just one thing I've been struggling with, like posting my videos and everything. Then what's it called? So the other question,
Your dream travel destination and why?
uh, I think Maldives or Maldives. I don't
Maldives,
know.
why? Why do you want to go there?
Just because I like the view and like
Like,
I've been seeing a lot of their videos about the place on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. So I just want to be there.
love it, love it. Thank you very much. Also, did you say you like vlogging as well?
I did.
Okay. So you and Naomi vlog together. All right, love it. Osaji Mary. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. You're next.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so my name is Osaji Mere and I graduated from Covenant University. Okay, so one fun fact about me is that I'm really interested in consulting, even though I studied psychology. And then it's funny because ask me what my major interest is, I would say maths. So it's like, all over the place, but it makes sense in my head. So yeah, I think. And then my dream travel destination, I'm not going to lie, I actually have not thought of it. But I think I would like to travel around the world, just visit different places and interact with the people. But if I had to choose one right now, I would probably say maybe Switzerland. I've heard about it, but people don't talk about it much. Yeah, just because of that.
Okay. Osaji Mary is going Swiss on us. Love it. Is it Swiss that I think I've heard like their banking system is not the best, so maybe people just move money there. I think it's Switzerland.
So that,
So people that embezzle money, that's where they go and store their money. All right. Is that why you're going there? Okay. Ijoma is next on my screen. Thank you very much, Osaji Mary. Ijoma is next on my screen.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Ijoma.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
My name is Ijoma and I'm in Covenant University. I'm studying economics. I'm in 400 level. And one fun fact about me is that I think I'm good at convincing people. Well, a lot of people tell me that I'm good at convincing them. And my dream travel destination is just to tour around African countries.
Okay. To clarify, you said that you would want to tour around African countries. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Which one in particular? Nigeria? Which African country in
No,
particular? Okay.
Uganda, Zimbabwe.
Okay. So East Africa. Love
Yes.
it. Love it for you. You don't know what I'm asking. No, see, you don't know who God will use to sponsor your trip. Hmm. Just say it out. All right. Thank you very much, Ijoma. Now, while Ayomide, you're next on my screen.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Ayomide.
I'm Lawal Arimide and I'm a recent graduate of Covenant University. I just graduated last year, and one fun fact about me is I I like going back to like maybe I don't really watch movies, but when I do, I can go back to like one scene that I really liked for like an entire year. Like I'll just during not like I'm jobless, but like when I'm free, I just go back and rewatch just that scene of the
Okay.
movie. And also my dream travel destination is Japan. Like the rural
Hmm.
Japan, not the like developed city vibe Japan, just like the rural Japan. And it's cause like I've seen that it's actually quite peaceful and calm there, and I just want to be like in that kind of space. And also, I want to experience their food. So, yeah.
Wow. I mean, you seem very adventurous. I love it for you. I love it. So David is traveling to Germany. Ayo is traveling to Japan. Okay. At least Ijoma is staying in Africa. Praise God. Debbie Jones is next on my screen. Thank you very much, Ayo. Debbie Jones. Debbie Jones, can you hear us?
Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Debbie Jones. Can
I'm
we
so
see
sorry, but
this?
yeah, that's what I just wanted to, I wanted to start with that. I'm so sorry my video has been muted. I had a very long weekend. I just came back from a conference, so I was still on the road when I joined the call. Anyway, that was why I'm so sorry. I
Alright.
permit me to just remain like this for today. Okay, so my name is Debbie Jones, and I am a recent graduate from University of Abuja. I studied agricultural economics. Fun fact, I write, I do spoken words, I write poems. I'm a content creator, kind
Hmm.
of. I I love watching true life stories. I hate fantasies,
Hmm.
and that's I don't have a I don't think I have a dream travel destination.
Why won't you have a dream?
I've not really thought
Right.
about that. But
So,
there are places I would love to go to meet certain people anyway.
okay, so what are those places?
Let's say United States.
Okay.
Because I would also meet Jackie Hill Perry, Kendrick Brothers, a number of them like that.
USA is cliche, by the way. Like, we need to be going to Norway, Sweden. But all right, we take your US like that. Thank you, Debbie Jones.
You
So Shalom is next on my screen. Shalom. Shalom, can you hear us? Shalom, if you're speaking, you're on mute. Okay, Shalom can not yours. Wuli, do you want to go next? Wuli, do you want to go next? Okay. Okay, Shalom, go ahead, my dear.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Shalom Jalalua. I'm a 500 level law student of Koladaisi University. Fun fact about me, I can sleep anywhere and anytime. My
It's okay.
dream destination,
Before the session started.
I want to go to Paris under the health tour because that's where I want to be proposed to. Yeah.
Let's clap for Shalom. Thank you very much, Shalom. This your fun fact is not really funny. Please don't be sleeping anyway. But I love that we can go to France together. So we can organize like a girls trip. Myself, or say you just do something fun in Paris. Love it, love it. Okay. Emily, are you free? If not, Esther can go. Esther, Emily, Ayomide, which of you can speak?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Faith. Good evening,
Ayo is
everybody.
going next. Esther, you go after Ayo. I saw you unmuted. Ayo, nice to meet you. Good evening. If you can,
Pardon me for not turning on my camera. I'm not in the best of places right now, so just pardon me
if
for
I
today.
decide not to pardon you, what will happen? Just if I decide not to, just if. Anyways, I will pardon you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. My name is Ayomide Oluide, and I am a recent graduate of Covenant University. I studied accounting, and one fun fact about me is that I enjoy learning things by observations instead of like sitting down and trying to read. I don't know how to explain it, but then I would rather have to look at something or how something is being done than for me to just sit down and start reading it one or something like that. So I enjoy learning things by observation. And I would also say that I'm kind of funny, but then it's hard for people to know that I'm funny because they always see me as this serious person. But then I have this funny side of me that a lot of people do not know. So my dream travel destination is actually France. And I felt really pained when like 3 people have already said it. I'm like, why?
The
And
universe is talking. Don't be pained. The universe is talking.
so I France has always been my major or my top country since I've been a child. I picked up French on Duolingo. Like it's just something it's like a country I see myself in. And two reasons why I chose or why I like France is because one, I just like the structures, like the view, all of the beauty, the Eiffel Tower, all of those things. And the second thing that convinced me about France is because of the culture of the people. Because I worked with someone from France during one of my virtual internship, and his way of working really like inspired me and moved me to want to go there. So yes, that's just everything about me. Thank you.
Love it, love it. When you mentioned culture, I was like, culture in specific. Okay, well, makes sense. Happy. Let's see. You guys put me in prayers or put yourself in prayer that God should bless us. Let's get visa. Let's just go. Let our CSS graduation be in France. Would you guys want to come? Even Kamal that said, when they come out to London, if we should give Kamal a ticket now, won't he come with us?
I will
Anyway.
definitely come.
Everyone. All right. Thank you, Ayo. Esther, you can go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm trying to turn on my video. It's not working.
Esther, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm trying to turn on my video, but it is not working. But anyways, my name is Esther. My name is Femi Esther, and I'm an undergraduate in Covenant University studying microbiology. And one fun fact about me is that I'm intrigued by new dishes that I've not seen before, and I would definitely love to recreate them. And my dream travel destination is South Korea. Because I don't know, it's just something I would love to go to. It's just a place I love to go to and try their food.
Okay. Thank you very much. Esther, I have a question. Do you watch Korean movies? Just answer yes or no. Nothing more, nothing less. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I see where the inspiration is coming from. Love it. Okay, so you and Ayo can go to Asia together. All right. I'm finding similarities. Thank you very much for sharing. Okay, we can see your video now. Okay. So I think it's just Anwoody left, and Anwoody says that audio is not working. So Anwoody, you can chat for now, but in our next session, you have to introduce yourself. I just want everyone to introduce themselves. So you can put in the chat, or you know what? don't put it in chat so that we'll not think you've done it. Just yours is question mark for now. In our next session, you will introduce yourself. Okay. I think you guys know me. My name is Faith. I graduated from CU. By the way, I saw that there were a lot of Covenant people here. Just know that there was no form of partiality, or it was a fair assessment for those that, and all those that did not go to see you. Just know it was a fair and true assessment. I'm putting it out there. One fun fact about me is my hobbies are reading and writing. I'm a very serious person. See, when they asked me to introduce myself at work, I said I like reading and I like writing. I apologize that I don't have fun hobbies, but all these things give me fun now, give me joy, and yeah. And you guys know my travel destination already. So I actually want to go to France. It's just somewhere I've always wanted to visit because of sports. I like fashion as well, so I think it's a good place. And I would like to watch a live PSG match. Yep. Coolio. So that's it, everyone. Isaac, actually introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Sorry, I skipped you. Isaac is a core part of the admin team. So Isaac, introduce yourself as well.
Hi everyone. Good
Hi, Isaac.
afternoon. Yeah, I'm a graduate of Crawford University, and I was a participant of TSS Cohort 1, which was really amazing. So I volunteered to be the community/projects manager for TSS Cohort 2. So it's nice to meet you guys. So if I was to travel anywhere, I've not really given much thought about it, but I would say it's a hard choice. But I would say maybe let's start with Maldives, because I heard that it's a beautiful place.
Like you and Naomi, I go to
Oh, interesting. Wow, I didn't even know that she also wanted to.
Okay, you and Naomi, you're going to see the ocean together. Safe journey, my people. Safe journey, safe journey.
All right. Yeah, thank you,
very
everyone.
much, Isaac. Thank you. Okay. Well, 6 minutes beyond time, but I thought it was actually a very nice session. So happy that we did it. Before we wrap up introductions to TSS, any final questions? Any final questions? I have spoken for the last X minutes. Any final questions? Any final? Okay. You guys are not asking any questions. Should I take that as good or bad? Any final questions? No? All right. Actually want to get feedback from some of you by the end of like the entire session. So I would time myself and try to wrap up like 10 minutes before so I can get feedback from at least 2 of you. But let's go into TSS core now. So what we've done so far is introductions to TSS. So me, telling you what TSS is all about, the vision, the mission, the why, the everything. But we're going into the first session. And so remember I said that TSS is really, think of it as 3 pillars. There is the purpose pillar, which is know yourself pillar. There is the career pillar, and there's the finance pillar. Now, with time, we're going to expand it. But for now, let's focus on these 3 things. And for me, the goal at the end of January is, in terms of purpose, self-discovery, you have a better sense of yourself, right? The goal at the end of March will be that you have a better sense of your finances, and the goal at the end of January or February, sorry, is you have a better sense of your career. So those are the 3 core pillars in TSS. Now, in the next 30 minutes, I'll try to wrap up this so we can take questions and get feedback from it. But let's look at self-exploration, which is really about knowing and understanding yourself. And I will say why this is important as the first topic, right? So the first one I wanted to say is the foundation for success is knowing yourself. And I want this to be very realistic. Like one thing I'll try to do is literally tell you things that I have learned. So it's not me going on Google to get this thing, it's what I've seen work for me and what I think is very important for you to know. Right. So let's just start with introductions and I'll go ahead to share my story. The foundation of success is knowing yourself, right? Because why do I say so? If you're never really true and content with yourself, no matter the job you get, trust me, no matter the amount you have in your bank account, you would always continue to compare yourself with other people. It's literally like, it's, what's the word? There's no way around it until you are true and you tell yourself every day that, Faith Adeshayo, my dear, you are doing the best you can possibly do. If you're actually doing the best, or you tell yourself you're not doing the best, my dear, stand up and do better. Until you're fine to have these tough conversations with yourself, you're easily swayed by either what I think of you, what your mom thinks of you, what your dad thinks of you, what your friend thinks of you. And especially as you're going into the career world, if you are not a person that is grounded in self-identity, I know myself, I know what I bring to the table, I know what I offer, it's going to be a very tough journey out there. I'll say more, but I just want you to understand why this is important. Knowing and truly valuing what you bring to the table, knowing what you're good at, knowing what you're not good at, right? This is introduction, don't let me jump the gun. But self-awareness is very good. It prevents being swayed by others' opinion. It drives better decisions. All these things is aspire to perspire. But you need to know yourself. And I wanted to start with the personal story of myself. So, this is literally my journey. So high school, I graduated from high school 2015, and I'm smart. And guys, I'm going to be this is how I talk in real life. So I'm not trying to be confident. This is me. I'm a brilliant person, I know, right? If you tell me, oh, you're very brilliant, I'll say, thank you very much, I know. So I always came second or third place in secondary school, right? By the way, anyways, let me go ahead. So I always came second or third place in secondary school, which was good. Like imagine someone that from primary, from wherever, maybe KG or whatever. Like I was always one of the first three. Either I come second, I come third, but I never came first, by the way. And so rather than me seeing myself as a, wow, you're actually doing well, like I was always comparing myself with, oh, you didn't come first. So while others were seeing me as this superstar lady, like I never saw myself as a superstar. I was always like, oh, I'm never the first. I'm always coming second. Or I'm coming third. The day I even decide to come first, it will not be only me. I'll still share it with somebody else. It will not be two first, one third. I was like, are they pursuing me? Right? So that was it. It was just me always comparing myself with others. I'm not going to lie to you. This is me. Like, this is me. Always comparing myself with others. And in retrospect, I think back, I was like, I'm actually smart and I'm actually brilliant. And I'm actually like, there were literally more than 30 people in my class. I did not see the 28 or 29 people that I was in front of. It was that one person in front of me that did not leave my brain. And it was like that up until, I think it was until, we now split, we went into science, art, commercial, that, in my domain, and I started getting first. But still, do you know what I told myself? I was like, even though I'm first, if they were in the same class with me, maybe they'll be first and I'll be second. Just this nonsense, constant self-doubt that, like, thank God for salvation and just thank God for where I am today. But just imagine how you always cripple your mind. And even if the world sees you as this amazing person, just because you don't even value yourself that much, you never really saw yourself. Anyways, so that was high school. Thankfully, I graduated well, went into university. And the thing with me is, I'm very intentional about my friends. So whether I like myself or I do not like myself or whatever, the people I was associating myself with, they were top people. So my best friend in secondary school, sorry, was the one coming first, right? Which was fine. I liked my best friend, but just did not like that I was second. Two different things. And so that was it. My best friend was the one coming first. And then I went to university, and the people I surrounded myself with, like my close friend, the one I went to see in Abuja, she was the best in her department, right? So I was one of the best. I was just never the best in secondary school. So sometimes I felt like, and I'm being very transparent with you guys, I felt like I was always in the shadow of somebody else. I don't know if how many of us can relate to that feeling. Maybe all of you are very smart. So maybe you cannot relate to it, but I just felt like I was in the shadow of someone else. Like I was never really the, oh, you think of this person, you think of it, right? It was always like, oh, yeah, you think of this person, you think of that person, and then you think of it. But it was just in my head because apparently people didn't see me the way I was seeing myself. Never felt like I was the best. And this hindered my relationship with people because when I didn't see myself as good enough, even if you came and you probably even extended like an offer to be my friend, in my head, I'm thinking of, why do you want to be my friend? Is it because of this? I was just always, and it did affect my relationship with others. Now, finished university, and the first time, which is actually sad, but the first time I even noticed that this was a problem was after university. So immediately after university, I went for this leadership camp, where I was like a facilitator for teenagers and things like that. And that was the first time where I was literally in the spotlight myself. There was nobody to be like it was me, all the attention was on me. Do you get? Previously, it was always like I was either with this other friend that was also good. And so even if you came to meet us, the attention was split. I don't know if you guys are following me. But this was the first time where it was me. I was here. There was no other person to get the attention. Everything was just on me. And guess what? I mismanaged it. I was either making stupid decisions. It was the first time I was like, I actually don't know how to handle the attention. Maybe because I had never really been exposed to it or something else. But I think that season of my life was very molding in the sense that I then began to realize, okay, Faith, there's probably an issue with self-confidence here. There's probably an issue with you valuing yourself because you don't know everything, but you know some things. And so like this refinement, I would say is still work in progress, but you cannot compare the me I was then to the me I am now. And why is this important, especially in your career, is because now, I know everybody here wants to do great things in their life. For you to do great things, just know there are 1,000 other people competing with you to do great things. When you eventually get to that situation, you eventually get that job of your dreams, guess what? There are going to be 10 of you they hire on the same day that all have a first class or all did amazingly well. And all of you and one person or two people, one person will be prettier than the others. One person will have an accent. One person will feel they're on top of the world. If at that point in time you see yourself below that person, guess what? Automatically, you already start setting yourself up for failure. Because then when it's time to speak up and represent whatever, you feel like, I'm good, but this other person is better. And it just goes down, down, downhill from there. And so you can have to summarize, you can have an amazing career. You can work in the best place possible. You can have $1 billion in your bank account. If you are not confident and just well rested in your own skin and what you bring to the table, you will always feel out of place. You always feel out of place. Anyway, so in my career, it did affect me one way or the other, but I want to share my testimony that I am not where I used to be. I am better. I am actively working on it. I'm not the best, but I'm working on it. And so now I can enter into any room and say, I'm not dumb. I have something to say. I have something to bring to the table. I may not know everything, but I know something, right? And all these things come with time. So now, I wanted us to do reflections, but I'm mindful of time. But I want you to ask yourself these questions. You can actually just write it out in your journal. Are you proud of yourself? Do you think you're proud of yourself? Would you say, Ijoma, would you really call yourself? For me, I would say Fitadesha, are you really proud of Fitadesha? Are you proud of the progress she has achieved so far? Are you proud of just how far she has come? Are you proud that all through secondary school, you came out, like there was no time you came out fifth? You were always either first, second, or third. Are you proud of that accomplishment? Are you proud that you did well in secondary school? Or you just think of yourself, come out, are you proud that you can play nice sports? Not everybody can, trust me. I cannot play one. Are you proud of that? David, are you proud that, you really know design? Not everybody knows what you know. Ossie, are you proud that you love vlogging, you love baking, you know? Are you proud of yourself? Ask yourself. You don't need to tell me the answer, but if your answer is yes, good. If your answer is no, first step is acknowledging or even being aware that there's an issue and there's something you need to work on. But are you proud of yourself? If yes, what are you proud of? If no, what are you not proud of? Are you not proud that I wanted to go into the first class, I graduated with a 2-1? Are you not proud that I wanted to date this boy, he ended up dating my boyfriend, or sorry, he ended up dating my best friend? Are you not proud? What exactly are you not proud of? Until you have the tough conversations with yourself, it's hard to move forward from here. What are you not proud of? Do you believe in yourself? So it's fine not to be proud of. There's some things I've done that I'm not proud of. For example, the way I'm very logical, I'm very direct. I don't know how to cushion. If you are bad, I will say, my dear, you are bad. With love and with care and joy, you are bad, right? So sometimes I'm like, can I be tender, more compassionate? You know, they'll say women are nice and soft. I'm not soft at all. I'm hard. You know, can I be, you know, those are the things I'm not proud of. I told you guys I'll be very open with you, right? So are there things that you're not proud of? It's fine, right? But you're aware of it at least. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that you can be whoever you want to be? Do you believe you can be the president? Do you believe you can be the governor? Do you believe you can be the first man to go to the sun? Do you believe in yourself? Ask yourself the question, what do you like most about yourself? For me, I like that I'm very direct. I realize in this world that not so many people are. People like to lie to themselves. So I like that I can see you with love, with joy, but I will tell you the truth to your face. At least, you know, when you come meet me, you're not going to get a lie. You will get the direct truth. I like that about myself. Do you have a picture of where you're going to in life? So these are the questions I want you, because I might be saying these things and you might think that, oh, I have it figured out, I'm good, I'm the most confident person ever. But as you ask yourself these questions, you really begin to say, I'm actually proud of myself. I'm actually happy with where I am. Did I think that I would, maybe you wanted to graduate to the first class and you're in your final year and it's looking like it's most likely 2-1. Are you proud of that? Are you beating yourself up? Or are you like, this is the end of my world? I can tell you one thing for sure is first class will open doors for you. I'm not going to lie and tell you that you should not go into first class. That's a lie from the pit of hell. That's a lie. But you get to a point in your career, it opens the door for you, but does not keep you in the door. That's the best way to illustrate. For example, the reason I got this amazing job that I have today, is it because I have a first class? Amongst other things, yes. But is it because I have a first class, I'm still here after 4 years? No. Absolutely no. It is everyday performance. It is bringing my best to the table every day that has kept me here, and God, most importantly, right? But, you know, do that with what you want to do. But having a first class, very good, very great, but it doesn't determine or define your life. So these are the questions I want you to think about. So you know, why are these questions there? To know your starting point, to know where you are today. If you ask yourself these questions and you realize that you're actually very good, you're a very self-confident person, you're proud of how far you've come, you believe in yourself, great. It only gets better from there. But there are other people like I was when I was in your shoes that I wasn't the most confident, to be fair, right? But being aware of it has made the difference. Let's move on. Now, I want to say that regardless of the answers, you know, that you answer to those questions, whether you're proud of yourself, whether whatever, regardless of your answers, to succeed in any area of your life, one thing you need to do is you need to build your confidence and you need to build your self-esteem. You need to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, girl, you're not bad, my dear. You're not bad at all. Or guy, you're not bad at all. You're not bad at all. The fact that you can even use a laptop is a privilege. You guys know that. When you go for NYSC, you will see things. For those of you that are not staying in Lagos, you will see things. Like, you will know that what you think, especially if you went to a private school, you will see that the things you think, oh, okay, I can use a laptop, I can connect to the internet, I can type on Microsoft Word, the things you just take for granted, they're actually things that people are paying money to learn, right? And so what's the thing is, you need to build your confidence and your self-esteem. It takes me back to the beginning of, there's nothing I want to teach you about building your career, writing a CV, saving money, budgeting more. If you don't believe that you can actually achieve whatever goal you set for yourself, or you can actually, if you don't see yourself as, I am an amazing person, I've come a long way, I have a bright future ahead of me, I might face some challenges, yes, but it's not the worst thing. I will come out stronger and better. If you don't have this conversation with yourself, it's going to be very tough for you, that when you get there, when you eventually get that job, you don't mismanage it, or when you eventually get that money or budget or meet your savings goal, you don't mismanage it. Anyways, what are some ways that you can build your self-confidence? Number one is, you need to challenge negative self-talk. It really happens. So for example, I'm going to give like practical real life example with you guys. I recently got a new car, and since then that car is like my baby. Anywhere I go to, I'm like, hey, if you hit me, my dear, I will tear you don't want to see me outside. But today I was driving back from church. I was like, what if someone just hit? Immediately I said, no, Faith, you're going to get home safe and sound. There's not going to be accidents. No one is going to hit your car. Like immediately it was like, it was me telling myself, because that thing which you greatly fear is what will happen. So immediately the thought crossed my mind of, what if, I'm like, no, nobody will hit me. I left my house. I'm going to get to my house safe and sound. No one is going to hit my beautiful car. I'm not going to spend money painting and repairing my car, whatever it is. And I got home safe and sound. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. What's the point? All these thoughts will come to your mind, no matter, even speak to the most confident person in the world. There are sometimes that you just hear one nonsense thought of, what if you just flip or flop in that presentation? Immediately you say, no, my presentation is going to go well. Because the more you say it, the more you believe in what you're saying. Even if you don't feel confident with your presentation, the more you begin to say, no, I'm going to have an amazing presentation. Even if there's any question I can't answer, it will be fine, because I will take my time, think through it. And if not, I will say, I will get back to you. Simple. It's not the end of life, right? But you need to start challenging this negative self-talk. So whenever, this is another assignment, whenever these thoughts come to your mind, they're like, oh, what if you flip that? What if you don't pass that interview? What if you fail your exams? Immediately, like, challenge it and start saying positive things. No, this is going to work out well. I'm going to study. I'm going to understand. I'm going to sit for that interview. I'm going to pass. You need to start challenging negative self-talk. And you see that at the end of the day, it's literally just a fear, right? Because I'm going to go spiritual now. It's literally just the devil. And you see that when it comes and it's like, oh, this bad thing is going to happen, if you sit down and start saying, yes, this bad thing is going to happen. When the bad thing happened, you not say, oh, I knew it was going to happen. No, my dear, it was your thoughts that brought it to pass. But when you see, when like these thoughts come to your mind and they don't happen, that gives you confidence that next time, even when these negative thoughts come to your mind, because it didn't happen the first time, it gives you, you're like, no, it didn't happen the first time, my dear. It won't happen. So whenever I go out, I'm like, see, I've been driving for how many years now? If they did not hit me the first day, nobody's going to hit me now. And I go and I come back, right? And you need to celebrate small wins. So for example, see me sharing my testimony. I went to church, I came back, nobody hit my beautiful car. My car is fine. No, this is me celebrating my small wins, right? I'm literally sharing things that they might look small, but they make me happy. They make me feel more confident of myself, of my driving skills. And now it gives me ginger to drive more. Then you need to surround yourself with positive people, because if you are with someone that, either the person is like really jealous of you and the person just says, oh yeah, no one gets that job, no one gets into that firm, no one. What if you are the one? Just what if? Just what if you are the one? I mentioned something like the people around me in secondary school, my best friend was the one coming first. Right? In university, like my close friend, she was the best in the department. Just surround yourself with people that at least even make you aspire for something great. There is this quote, I don't know if it's a quote or if it's a wise person that said whatever, that literally you don't need anybody to tell you who you are. Just look at your 5 closest friends. Average them. That is yourself. So Look at it. You want to know how much you have in your bank account. Average what your 5 closest friends have. It gives you the potential of what you most likely have, or where you can go above. So you need to surround yourself with positive people, good people. And you need to see the good in other people as well. Don't be a jealous person. What's this Bobrisky's called? Bad girl, no pay, or something like that. See yourself or see the good in other people. It's not good to be a bad person. I'm not a fan of Bobrisky, by the way. Embrace your uniqueness and differences. Everyone is good. I'm great at some things. I'm bad at some things. It's just life, right? I'm not necessarily good at sports. Maybe because I haven't taken my time to develop that skill or whatever. I'm not the best at everything, but there's some things I'm really good at, right? And I take pride in those things. Finally, appreciate the differences in other people. Like I said, you won't always be the best at everything, but you'll be the best at one thing. This is very interesting that I want us to do. So this is our assessment for the week. So if you have not been taking notes of anything I've been saying since, I want us to do this together. I call it the life SWOT framework. So they use this in businesses, but I think it's very important in life. In life, you would always have these 4 things, whether you like it or not, whether you are aware of them or not. These 4 things you would have. What are your strengths? What are you good at? So I put myself here as an example of, like I said, I want to be very real with you. I'm a very logical thinker, and I've said it before. I like it. I like that I'm very ambitious. So you hear me say, I want to become the president of Nigeria. I want to become the central bank governor of Nigeria. I know let me tell you something, guys, I know about myself, and don't be surprised when it happens in future is, I know that I am going to occupy like a very top, either political or economic position in Nigeria that will be influential in navigating policies and, things around the economy of the country. I know that it's going to happen. That's not happened yet, but I know it's going to happen, right? And I'm very ambitious about my life. You cannot tell me that I was born for small things. I know I was not. Simple. I actually love learning. I told you I like reading and writing about different things simultaneously. So you can see me reading about finance, you can see me reading about sports, you can see me reading about I just Google random things. These are the things I'm good at, and I know it, and I'm proud of myself. Now, what are the things that I need to improve on? They are my weaknesses. Now, you can call them weaknesses, you can call them areas for development, whatever thing you want to call them, right? But because I like doing different things, I can now start something and maybe not finish it. I don't know how many of you know that I started a YouTube channel. By God's grace, I will go back to it. But like I was running YouTube, I was writing an exam. At some point, I had to say prioritize, and YouTube just fell off the wheel. Now, you can look at me from afar and say, oh, this girl started a YouTube channel as not put anything there. I know, I'm aware of it, I'm working on it, right? But these are like the things of I need to work on, just like starting stuff, and then it gets so much that it then begins to look like I'm not consistent. This is my own area of improvement I need to work on. But what are the opportunities I see ahead of me because of the goal I want to achieve, right? I see myself attending certain conferences. So there's this one, it's called One Young World. I have a list on my phone, conferences I want to attend in my young age. And this One Young World is what I want. So it's an opportunity for me. It adds to like the overall strength of my ambition in life, like being this like very prominent person in economics in Nigeria, whatever. It will add to that. It helps me with my, type of life and brand I want to build for myself. But what's the threat now? Because of the people I see there, in all these 22, you already found that CEO, you have solved world crisis. Those are the people that are going for. In my head, I'm like, what have I done with my life? So it's a threat for me. I'm like, I'm not applied though, but even if I apply, will they pick me? This is just, things that, but I need to work on them and say, you know what, even if they don't pick me, I know I've applied. I'm just letting you know how you can do this assessment of yourself and see, you already begin to identify what you need to work on. What are your areas for opportunity? The things that will help you either leverage your strengths or capitalize on your strengths. And what are the threats to these opportunities, right? So now think of it. Now, what are you good at as a person? All of you on the call, Ose, David, Kamal, Esther, Osajimere, Ayomide, Oluyide, Ayomide 2, Ijoma, Ayomide 1, Debbie Jones, Naomi, Shalom, Anwodi. What are you good at? Everybody's good at something. You cannot tell me that you're not good at anything. Idea. So why you have a brain, you're good at something. Kamal, your strengths could be sports. Think of it. David, your strength could be design. Amudi, your strength could be something else. You didn't introduce yourself, so I don't know. Also, your strength could be vlogging, maybe our next content creator, right? But think of it. Everybody has strengths. Now, what are the areas that need improvements? That means that, probably need to work on one or two things in this area. What are your opportunities? What opportunities are you aware of that are in line with the future you want for yourself? That are in line with your strengths. What are some opportunities that will help you get there? And then what are the fears? Most of the time, fears, your threats are fears. Most of the time, they're actually not real. Most of the time, your threats are fears. So think of it. What are the fears holding you back from actually taking advantage of that opportunity? I go back to the reason of why I think this is important. I feel like if you know something about yourself, you've solved 50% of the battle. If you know that I'm actually not good at reading at night, you've known that about yourself. Even if you see the whole world going to read at night, you know that, and so you will not deceive yourself to go and read at night with other people because you know you will sleep. Rather, you would maximize your mornings and afternoons and read. I've just seen with me, and like the whole essence of TSS is that you come to you've come to actually learn, either from me or from other people, but you've come to learn on things that would make your career, finances, other areas of your life better. And I'm saying that you need to know yourself. You need to really know yourself. You need to understand yourself. You need to know the things you're good at, the things you're not good at, the things you need to improve on. Because when you are aware of them, then you can begin to make changes, right? So that's it. Any questions actually on this? Let me take questions in. Any questions on this before I move on? I've been talking a lot, by the way, which I don't like. Any questions on this? Any questions on this slide? Any questions on this slide?
Yeah, the SWOT analysis. I think I understand how the SWOT analysis works in a business example. But then drawing it for yourself, how do you differentiate between the weaknesses and threats personally?
Makes sense. Thanks.
Because the weaknesses sounds like threats.
Good question. So like I said, how will I say weaknesses? I think weaknesses are the things. So try to break 4 of them into 2 categories. Bucket strength and weakness into one. Bucket opportunities and threats into one. See it that way. So see your threats as what are the fears? Literally answer the question. What are the fears holding you back from maximizing your opportunities you've identified for yourself? If you think of it that way, it's easier for you to identify your threats. And then think of your weaknesses as I'm good at some things. That's your strength. I'm not good at some things. Let that answer the question for your weakness. Does that help?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question?
Okay, thank you so much, Faith. I would like to ask a question. Where do you draw the line between high self-esteem and pride or arrogance? Because I think it's just like a thin line between those 2 things.
I actually really love that question, by the way, because I will come with my personal examples. Like I have plenty stories. So remember I told you that I started off with being kind of low self-esteem-ish. And then because of the type of growth I've achieved so far in my career, in my finances, in my person, at some point I began to lean towards pride. How do I say that? Or just perfect example is I go into certain rooms now and I'm like, for sure, I'm the smartest person here. I did not say it out, but in my head, I was thinking it. So there is a difference between I'm very smart, I know that, right? I don't go into a room and feel like, oh, the world is about to collapse. No, I own my space, all that. But then I now begin to think, there's nobody here that can necessarily see anything that will, I'm not saying anything, no, but people talk and in my head, I'm closed off. I'm like, yeah. So there's a thin line and it's just you being aware. Like, I won't say that there is this perfect formula to knowing how to balance high self-esteem and pride, but I think constant self-assessment would help you a lot. I think it was last year, June, I realized I'm actually, in some situations, I'm quite proud. I'm not going to lie to myself. I'm quite proud. And it was now missing, okay, Faith, you're proud. What do you do about it? It's like, okay, I would intentionally speak to someone that I know I'm better than. Not in a negative way, but rather than me going into a room and like I only associate myself with people in my class or people that think like me or speak like me, I would intentionally go out and speak to someone that I know that this person probably doesn't have a university degree. Right? So these are like my own ways in which I am working on these areas for improvement or weakness, right? Another thing is I apologize. Now, my brothers, I sometimes shout at them because I'm like, you should be thinking this way, blah, blah, blah. When I have done that, sometimes I was like, okay, I apologize. I apologize. Now, some of them might not expect me to apologize, but if I realize that I've actually done this, I've actually like reacted in a way I was not supposed to, I come back to you and I say, I apologize for acting that way. I apologize for shouting at you. I apologize for saying this to you. I apologize. Now, these are the ways in which I am dealing with I refuse to own it. I'm dealing with pride. But I think you need to be very honest with yourself to say, am I looking down? Define pride. Pride is when you think you are the best, you think you are better than others, you begin to look down on people. So you need to define what is pride to you may not be pride to someone else. A perfect example is, so my friend, before we're working together, and she said that she noticed that because she began to sit down at the back when we order boats, in her mind, she felt like she was better than the boat drivers. And so she began to like, she would say, oh, like, why didn't you come to the front of my house? She would then begin to, speak to them in some certain way. And so the way she dealt with that was whenever she orders a boat, she sits down in front with the driver. Now, I always sit down at the back, but it will never has it crossed my mind that I would then shout at you or, so that for me is not pride, but for her, she recognized it as pride. I don't know if you're following what I'm saying. So till tomorrow, I sit down at the back and I don't feel like I'm better off. I don't talk to you anyhow. I don't think. So for me, if I decide to sit down in front, it's just inconveniencing myself because it wasn't something that I was using to look down on the person. But for her, she realized that her sitting at the back made her feel like she owns the person and she could talk to the person anyhow. So she started sitting in front to address that issue she identified herself. So it's very personal. You have to identify where are the areas in which you think you're being prideful. And then you need to intentionally like start addressing it. But I think it's also very personal. That answer your question.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any final question before we move on? While I'm answering questions, you can start thinking of your SWOT framework. Any final question before I move on? I want more engagement, by the way. I want you guys to become talkative by the end of these 3 months that you're all like just chatting and also you've been smiling. I've been looking at you. Do you have any questions? No? Okay, that's fine. That's good. All right, let's move on. I'm trying to keep to time. So I feel you guys have a lot of assignments, but the real assessment for today is I need you to write a letter to yourself. Now, I've spoken a lot about self-confidence, knowing your value, knowing the things you're good at, knowing the things you're not necessarily good at, knowing where you need to improve on. And so I want you to be kind to yourself today, right? And write a letter to yourself. Reflect on how far you've come. If not anything, be grateful that you're in your final year or you graduated university, regardless of the grade you came out with, by the way. Be grateful that you've come so far. You went to primary school, secondary school, university, right? You're moving into this new phase of your life. Write about how you're feeling about it. I want to walk I want to work in a multinational. That was my goal, by the way, when I graduated. I'm like, I won't work any other place aside the multinational. And thank God it came to pass. But think of it, you want to work in a multinational, you want to work in oil and gas, you want to work in tech. How do you think the journey will be? Reflect, like think of where you are heading towards. Imagine how happy you'll be when you reach that goal, when you get that offer, when you get that promotion. Imagine, like I want you to write to yourself and then be grateful for how far you've come and focus on the things that bring you joy. What do I mean by that? It means that you're writing your letter, focus on, I'm grateful that I can write. I'm grateful that I'm actually a very good writer, by the way. Grateful for the things that bring you joy and bring you happiness. And finally, I didn't put it here, but just, say a word of prayer to yourself. If you're a Muslim, if you're a Christian, just say a word of prayer for yourself. Commit everything into the hands of God. That God, this journey ahead of me seems very daunting. It's not the easiest. Don't let me lie to you. In as much as I come here and, I look like I have everything figured out. There was a time last year where I was literally bawling my eyes out. I missed a promotion at work. And every other person got it. So it wasn't like, oh, it was tough like that. No. Every other person got it. I just didn't get it. And it was like, this is the end of the world for me. All my composure, all my steeds in the bush. Right? But it came eventually. But there are times in your life where things won't just go according to the way you've planned. And that's just life. It's not anybody in your village doing you. It's just life, my dear. And so just say a word of prayer to yourself that God will go ahead of you, ordain your steps, ordain your paths, and He will make everything beautiful in His own time for you, because He makes everything beautiful in His own time. It's like this is like a kind thing to do for yourself. And I promise you, if not anything, it will make you smile. If not anything at all, it will make you smile. So yeah, I think that is it actually. Wow, I'm very proud of myself that we finished before 5. But so that's the first one about really like knowing yourself, understanding yourself, seeing the value you bring to the table. And yeah, I think it's going to be an amazing journey from here. Welcome to TSS once again. This was like I have a teddy bear on my bed, so it's like I'm hugging my teddy bear. You know that type of feeling? Just like comfort and things like that. I thought that was the intention behind today's session. It wasn't to come and start saying, here are the 5 steps to become great in life. It's not that. It's not that. It's just for you to be kind to yourself, know the value that you are, know the value that you have, know what you bring to the table. And at the end of the day, the goal is by the end of these 3 months, you walk with more confidence than you currently have now, right? Hopefully some of you that want to get jobs, you get the jobs of your dreams. Some of you that want to reach certain finance goals, you get there. And my goal is to always bring my best foot forward, and I hope that I am consistent with this. I really hope so. The TSS is a priority for me, so maybe I don't go back to YouTube. Maybe I go back to YouTube, but for sure I'm prioritizing TSS as one of the core things for me. So yeah, that was it for today's session. I hope it was nice. I would bring it back to these slides just in case anyone wants it. But we have 14 minutes to answer any questions. Anything you want to share? I want to get to 2 things actually. I want to get feedback from you guys, and I want to answer any questions you have. Feedback questions. I want us to wrap up by 5 o'clock. I'm a woman of my word. 3 to 5 is 3 to 5. So we're not going to exceed 5. Yeah, let me keep quiet now. Questions, feedback. I will call people. I'm a children's church teacher, by the way, in my church. I teach 86. So I'm a teacher. I'll call people. Don't let me treat people like 86 children. So let me treat you like the graduates that you are. So who wants to go first? Feedback question.
I think I want to go first.
Come on.
Because I don't want to record.
Okay.
Firstly, I really enjoyed this session today, and I really appreciate you sticking to time. I mean, it helps me prepare better going forward. So I know that 3 to 5 will always be 3 to 5. So thank you for that. Today's session really helped me reflect and So personally, I'm big on assessment and reviewing because for me, it's best way to like improve my productivity every day. If I don't track and review, I would not know if I'm doing better or not. So this session today just helps with validation. So I'm actually doing something right and just makes me more excited for the program moving forward. So thank you very much. I think I learned so much. I have so much to reflect on my journey and where I want to be at the end of the year, at the end of the program. So yeah, thank you very much. It was really good.
Thank you very much, Kamal. Happy you learned something. Does anyone wants to go next? I will call people, by the way, if no one goes. I think the only person that is excused is Anwuli because our audio is not working well. Anwuli, just know that next week is going to be back to back to back like this for you. But okay, any other person who wants to go next?
Okay, good evening, Faith. Thank you so much for this session.
You're welcome.
It was a nice one, like the topic of self-confidence. And the coincidental thing is that this like past week, I've been having conversations regarding self-confidence and all of those things. And it's coming up now. And the way you explained every single thing, it's really like to show that it's a very important thing, because I can point out to the fact that self-confidence goes a long way in achieving success in your career, because it just has a way of making you present yourself. So let me give you an example. I recently resumed work, and when I resumed, I was introduced to the already existing staff, and because I was the only person there, it was very hard for me to like stay. When they were trying to introduce me, it was hard for me to, let's say, maintain composure, because I was really shy, and it was just eating me so deep, because I was like, God, how am I, like, why are you putting me out in this place? And throughout that day, it was hard for me to interact with people, talk to people. But I thank God, because like as the days went by, I was able to like blend in a bit, and I just had to have that conversation with somebody, and the person was still taking me back to self-confidence and all of those things. So thank you so much for this session.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. We have 10 minutes. So who wants to go next? Should I call? Debbie Jones. I actually like your name, by the way. Sounds very like Tom Cruise-ish. Debbie Jones. Debbie Jones, are you there? That was Debbie Jones that left. Debbie Jones, are you there? 9 more minutes, guys. I want us to be done by Ose. Okay, Ose, go ahead.
Okay, I'll first say thank you for taking out time to like talk to us this evening. I learned a lot from this like session, and I like the fact that you used a lot of personal experiences, so things were not looking abstract, like far-fetched. I could relate to like a lot of things. That's why I was smiling almost throughout. So I'm very excited like for the other sessions we're going to have, because it's not, as you said, it's not all 5 things to make you great in life. It's like something relatable, and so yeah, thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you too. How do I call next? Debbie Jones is not answering me. Osajimire. You people like your video, yeah. There is a trend. I'm just saying, people that their videos are not on, they are not paying attention. David, go next. Just know.
So,
Okay.
hello, everyone.
Well,
Thank you
listening.
for thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for taking your time to speak to us. So, concerning the self-reflection part, I've been having this, subconscious something there. I'll actually be looking at things that, oh, strengths, my weaknesses and all. But I never really, really like took them into consideration. I just like left them there. So after you came this evening and you spoke about how your weaknesses were affecting your careers and affecting your relationship with people, I let's give you more to
David, we can't hear you clearly.
maybe
David, can you hear me?
when
Okay. Maybe it's network, maybe. Wonky. All right. David, can you hear me now? Okay. Zoom is not letting David shine.
really good.
David. Okay, he dropped off. Probably rejoined. All right. Maybe you'll go without this video then. Naomi, let's hear from you.
Okay, hi everyone.
Hi.
So
Okay,
first
wait.
of all,
Naomi, can you give me a minute, please?
okay,
David, are you
hold on.
back? David, are you back?
Yes, the network went off. I mean, the got
Okay,
disconnected.
okay. Do you want to try without your video? We couldn't really hear you. Or you want to try with your video?
Can you hear me now? Is it
It's
better?
not really the best. It's not really the best, but go ahead. Try without your video.
So I was saying that
Okay,
I
I
was
can hear
saying
you.
that I switched on my video, so I think it should be better.
Yes.
So I was saying that when you were speaking about the self-reflection, how your self-weaknesses affected your relationships, your no, every actually, taking the initiative, or I've never actually thought myself about it. But after hearing you said, I decided to put more priority on it and work more on it and see how far it goes.
Okay. It was cracking, but I think I got your point actually. So thank you very much for sharing. Really.
Sorry about that.
Well, I think we actually got here. Thank you very much, David. Okay, Naomi, back to you. Naomi, we can't hear you if you are speaking. Okay, network is trying to spoil our shine today. I'm in the wow. Can you hear? All right. Who can hear me? Let me ask that question.
Okay, can you hear me?
Okay, Naomi, we can hear you.
Okay. So I was saying I'm glad I could be part of TSS, and I'm also very grateful that the first thing you put out to us was knowing yourself, because I personally struggle with, like, as I said, putting myself out there. I make videos though, I make vlogs, like I make all of them at home, even in school, but like posting it is just a big deal for me because I'm like, it's not as better as like other people's own I see on TikTok. Probably, I don't know. I just always find something to, like, I don't know, pick or stay. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm really happy I could like learn this few things here. And I'm also open to learning more things too.
Happy to
Thank you. Faith.
You're welcome there. And I just wanted to say that, like, I don't think you ever get to a point where you are there. So a perfect example for myself is yesterday, Isaac is also helping my Instagram. And I told Isaac, we need to be posting on Instagram. I need to build a personal brand for myself, blah, blah, blah. And yesterday it was time to post. Like, if not that Isaac was on my matter, I would not have posted on Instagram yesterday. And he was literally ready. So just know that at the end of the day, everybody's still a work in progress. Like, nobody has it figured out. Even myself, I'm here telling you that I feel like, oh, this picture is not fine enough. Or everybody's just work in progress.
Yeah.
Well, thank you that, at least
Thank you.
let's ginger ourselves to success. Cool, we have 2 minutes. Who can go in 1 minute? Who can go in 1 minute? Who can hear me and have not spoken? No, I don't want to call news because I don't know whose personal network is good. Debbie Jones, Esther, I think Osa already put it. Ayo spoke, Naomi spoke, David spoke, Kamal spoke, Osa spoke. Debbie Jones, Esther, Ayo 1. Debbie Jones, Esther, Ayo 1. Who can hear me and is willing to speak? You have 2 seconds. 1, 2. Okay, no one. It's 4:59 my time. I want to say that TSS first session was amazing for me. I don't know. I was like, how would this thing go? But it went well, actually. I'm so happy and grateful to God that it went really well. So, did you guys like the slides, by the way? I was like, should we use slides? Should we just come with, let's come and be giving you ginger. So, should we do slides or no slides? Final vote.
I think I love the fact that we had a mix between the two. The slides, then there was just conversations. I think I like the two. We should mix the two.
We should mix the two. So slides next week. Or say, what of you? You should keep the slides.
Yes, we should keep the slides. And then no slides like this second part was.
Okay. So keep
Yeah.
slides. All right. So we'll do that. We'll do that then. Cool. So one thing I would do, and I'm taking note of it so I remember, and I know it's 5 o'clock, so just give me like 3 seconds, is I would send the breakdown of topics for the month to the group, as well as what we'll be doing on our group activities. So what you will do next week, I'm looking at my calendar here. So what you do on the 19th, and then what we're going to do 26th for group activities, just so you are aware and you can plan towards it, right? So I'll send that to the group myself. And then if you've not spoken with your accountability partner, abeg, Biko, Ejo, please reach out to the person and you guys will be fine in Jesus' name. Yeah, man. Okay, so I'll close with prayer. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for today's session. It went really well. I'm so happy that it went well. And I pray that you give us the grace to do and be better people in Jesus' name. Amen. Cool. Thank you very much for joining TSS. See you next week, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. All right, then. You guys can send me a message on WhatsApp if you have anything to say. I try my best to reply messages. So, yeah. But anyways, if you guys have any admin things, please reach out to Isaac. Isaac will sort out all admin. Oh, this person is not answering me. I can't access the Zoom link. I can't access the document. Anything admin, reach out to Isaac. And then I'm available on WhatsApp if you need like extra. All right then. Bye, everyone. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.